Hey everyone, welcome to English Speaker Podcast. I'm Amy, and I'm absolutely thrilled you're here with us today.
And I'm Jack, really excited to be here too.
For those of you who are new, this podcast is all about learning conversational English through real conversations about daily life.
Exactly. We just chat like friends do, and hopefully you pick up some natural English along the way.
So I got something super cool for you today, Jack. I was thinking, Easter's just finished, or as they say in Spain, Semana Santa.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really interesting, actually.
And I thought it'd be amazing to talk about how different countries celebrate this time of year. Like, the traditions are so incredibly different. It's fascinating.
That sounds great. Let's talk about the different traditions of each country. Where should we start?
Well, let's start with Spain. So, in Spain, they have these amazing, what are they called? Torrillas. Do you know what torrillas are, Jack?
No, I don't actually. What are they?
Okay, so picture this. It's like French toast, but Spanish style. They take bread, soak it in milk with cinnamon and lemon, then fry it up. It's absolutely delicious.
That sounds amazing, actually. I have to taste them.
Right? But that's not even the coolest part. They also have these religious processions called pasos. These are like huge, elaborate floats with religious scenes.
Wow, it must be impressive to see.
And people carry them through the streets. Some of these processions have been happening for hundreds of years. Can you imagine?
That's incredible. What about other countries? Like, what do they do in Australia?
Oh, Australia's totally different because, it's autumn there during Easter. So they have hot cross buns, which are these sweet, spiced buns with a cross on top.
Haha, right. That sounds familiar.
And get this, they also have Anzac biscuits. Now, technically, these aren't just for Easter, but families often make them during this time. Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps.
Oh, interesting. So it's like honouring the military?
Exactly. And of course, like everywhere else, they have chocolate bunnies and Easter egg hunts.
That makes sense. What about the US? I mean, what do Americans typically do?
Well, Americans go absolutely crazy for Easter egg hunts. Like, seriously crazy. They hide colourful eggs everywhere. In gardens, parks, even inside houses.
I just love that tradition.
And the Easter Bunny. Oh my goodness. The Easter Bunny is everywhere. In malls, on TV, chocolate bunnies in every store. It's like Santa Claus, but for spring.
Ha, that's a funny way to put it. What about other European countries?
Oh, there's so many. In Germany, for example, they have Easter markets. Kind of like Christmas markets, but for spring. They sell painted eggs, Easter decorations.
That sounds lovely. I've been to German Christmas markets and they're amazing. I'm sure these are great too.
And in France, they have flying bells. Can you believe that? Instead of the Easter Bunny, French children are told that church bells fly to Rome and bring back eggs and chocolate.
Flying bells? That's actually really creative.
I know, right? It's so different. And in Greece, they have this tradition where they crack red eggs against each other. The person whose egg doesn't crack is supposed to have good luck all year.
That's really interesting. So it's like every culture has its own way of celebrating the same holiday.
Exactly. That's exactly what I find so fascinating about this. Same holiday, but completely different traditions, Food, customs, stories.
Yeah, it really shows how diverse cultures can be.
And you know what's really cool? All these traditions help families come together. Whether it's making torrijas in Spain or hunting for eggs in America, it's about spending time with people you love.
Wow, that's such a beautiful way to put it. But hey, we haven't talked about Italy yet. What do they do there?
Oh, Italy is amazing. They have something called Paschetta. That's Easter Monday. Families pack huge picnics and go to the countryside or parks.
That sounds wonderful, like a mandatory family day outdoors.
Exactly. And they have this special Easter cake called colomba. It's shaped like a dove and covered with almonds and powdered sugar. Absolutely delicious.
That's incredible. What about Poland? I've heard they have some unique traditions too.
Oh my goodness, yes. In Poland, they have this beautiful tradition called święconka. Families bring baskets of food to church to be blessed on Saturday. The baskets contain eggs, bread, salt, sometimes ham. It's like blessing the entire Easter meal.
That's such a meaningful tradition. It's like preparing spiritually for the celebration.
Exactly. And Polish people are also famous for their pisanki, these incredibly detailed painted eggs. Some families spend hours creating these beautiful works of art with geometric patterns and bright colors. It's like tiny masterpieces.
Wow, the artistry involved. You know, speaking of unique celebrations, what happens in the Philippines? I imagine it must be quite different there.
Oh, the Philippines takes it to a completely different level. They have these dramatic reenactments of the crucifixion. Actual people volunteer to be nailed to crosses. It's incredibly intense and deeply spiritual for them.
Whoa, that's definitely different from chocolate eggs and bunny hunts. That must be quite an experience to witness.
It really is. But they also have lighter traditions too, like biko, which is this sticky purple rice dessert. And families there often prepare massive feasts with lechon, that's roasted pig, for the whole extended family and community.
That's beautiful. Speaking of which, do you have any favorite Easter traditions?
Well, I love making hot cross buns from scratch. There's something so satisfying about kneading the dough and waiting for them to rise. Waiting for them to rise and then smelling that amazing aroma when they're baking.
That does sound amazing. I think, I'd really like to try making torrijas sometime.
Oh, you should. They're not too difficult to make. All right, Jack, should we move on to our vocabulary section?
Yes, let's do it. I think our listeners would really benefit from learning some Easter-related vocabulary.
Perfect. So we're going to go through 10 Easter words, and I'll give you an example sentence for each one. Then Jack will repeat it for practice, and we'll add a little comment. Ready?
Born ready.
First word, resurrection. The resurrection of Jesus is the central celebration of Easter.
The resurrection of Jesus is the central celebration of Easter.
Great. Resurrection means coming back to life after death.
Right.
Second word, bunny. The Easter bunny brings chocolate eggs on Easter morning.
The Easter bunny brings chocolate eggs on Easter morning.
A bunny is just another word for rabbit, but it sounds more cute and friendly.
Exactly.
Hunt. The kids are going on an Easter egg hunt in the garden this afternoon.
The kids are going on an Easter egg hunt in the garden this afternoon.
To hunt means to search for something, but in this case it's fun, not dangerous.
Right, like a treasure hunt. Blessing. The priest gave a special Easter blessing to the congregation.
The priest gave a special Easter blessing to the congregation.
A blessing is like a prayer for good fortune and protection.
Feast. The family prepared a huge Easter feast with ham and vegetables.
The family prepared a huge Easter feast with ham and vegetables.
A feast is a big, special meal usually for celebrations or holidays.
Makes me hungry just thinking about it.
Haha, you're completely right. Bloom. The cherry trees begin to bloom just before Easter arrives.
The cherry trees begin to bloom just before Easter arrives.
To bloom means when flowers open up and start growing. It's a sign of spring.
Beautiful timing with Easter.
Tradition. Making hot cross buns is an old Easter tradition in many families.
Making hot cross buns is an old Easter tradition in many families.
Traditions are customs that are passed down from generation to generation.
They connect us to our past.
That's right, that's why I love traditions. Renewal. Easter represents spiritual renewal and new beginnings.
Easter represents spiritual renewal and new beginnings.
Renewal means starting fresh, like getting a second chance or beginning again. Celebrate. Families around the world celebrate Easter with special meals and activities.
Families around the world celebrate Easter with special meals and activities.
To celebrate means to observe or mark a special occasion with joy and festivity.
That's the essence of holidays.
And finally, 10th word, joyful. Easter is typically a joyful time filled with hope and happiness.
Easter is typically a joyful time filled with hope and happiness.
Joyful means full of joy, happiness, and cheerfulness. Perfect for describing Easter celebrations.
That's a perfect way to end our vocabulary section. 10 great words.
So, what do you usually do on Easter, Jack?
Eat. Professionally. It's a full-time job.
Very demanding career.
Mostly chocolate eggs and pretending I bought them for later.
My Easter is pretty chill. Family lunch, some sweets, maybe a walk.
Same, but replace walk with nap after eating too much.
Honest, at least.
Do you do Easter egg hunts?
We usually decorate eggs at home. Do you have any traditions? I love spending time with family. It's simple but nice.
Same. It's one of the few days where eating a lot is socially encouraged.
What's your favourite Easter treat?
Chocolate eggs, hot cross buns, biscuits, basically everything.
So, no limits?
None. Easter is not the time for self-control.
Absolutely. Well, everyone, that's all for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed learning about Easter traditions from around the world.
It was really fascinating. If you found this useful, please like and comment. We'd love to know which tradition sounded most interesting to you.
Yes, you can tell us if you practice any of these traditions.
Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends who are learning English too.
Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day. This is Amy.
This is Jack, and you have listened to English Speaker Podcast.